awesome day. So today I want to ask you a question, and it's a very important question. How many events have you missed because of your job? How many birthdays did you miss? How many family gatherings? How many of those moments did you miss because your job said, sorry, you've got to be here? Now, if you're like me, you probably missed a lot of them. But we're at that age now where we start thinking, we've got grandkids possibly, we've got parents that we're taking care of. And we realize that time is a little more important than money. Now, don't get me wrong, money's important. We need it, obviously. But so is time. And we realize that we want more time to do the things that we really want to do. Because as we get older, we're realizing that, time is getting shorter. And there are so many important moments that we want to have. And so you start wondering, how do I do that? I know for me, that was one of those things that I was wondering is like, I wanted to have more time to spend with my wife. I wanted to have more time to spend with family. I wanted to do more traveling. I wanted to be able to say to family, yeah, we'll be there, no problem. I didn't want to have to ask my boss anymore. So I started looking for opportunities, and I'll be honest with you, I did find something. I was in the MLM world for 18 years, and you know, I'd say I had an awesome time with it. In the beginning, it changed my life forever. I'm so forever thankful for that. But there were some problems with it, obviously. You know, always being on the phone was one of them. I had my Bluetooth stuck in my ear all the time. If I wasn't working, I wasn't making money. If my team wasn't working, I wasn't making money. If I wasn't doing certain things, money was going up to an upline. And that really bothered me. You know, uh, One day the company I was working for, the big one that I was working for originally, they sent out an email and said, congratulations, we're restructuring everything. You can no longer do business this way. Now you have to do it that way. Well, that totally messed up everything that I had done. So I tried a few other things, some ups and downs over the years. And, I got to a point where I decided that maybe working from home wasn't for me. At least that's what I thought originally. But luckily, a mentor of mine um, was posting some things about digital marketing. I was like, this looks really cool. So I reached out to my mentor and I said, listen, I saw what you're posting. Tell me more about it. He says, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to my website. I want you to put your information in, and I want you to watch the videos and get this blueprint that I've been talking about. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. Just go do that so you can make an informed decision. And if other people get involved after you do, they're going to do the same thing. I was like, okay, that made sense to me. So I went and did that. I clicked on the link. And by the way, guys, just in case you're curious, you can click the link in my bio and get this free blueprint I'm about to talk about and everything, and check out this website and check out this business. Anyway, so I did that and I looked around and I thought, this is really cool. The number one thing that grabbed my attention was that there was a blueprint, there was a path, that I didn't have to figure things out, that I didn't have to watch a, YouTube video here, YouTube video there, and everything else. It was, here's what you do. This amount of time, do this, do this, do this, and do this, and that's it. It's like, okay, I like that. I like that there was a path to follow. That was very important to me because without that, I'll be honest, sometimes a little scatterbrained at times. So okay, that was really cool. I love that there was this huge community. We have this community now of over 60,000 people, guys, who are building this business, who are following this blueprint. And I thought that was really cool because it's from all over the world. In the MLM world, you could only do like Canada, US, Mexico, maybe another country or two, depending on the company. And that kind of limited you. Here with digital products, it's anywhere in the world. So if you're watching this right now, that means you could be doing this business. And I love that it's people of all ages, all backgrounds. It doesn't matter who you are. We got people from Canada, US, Mexico, Europe, Australia. I've seen people from South Africa who are building this business, and they're ages of 18 to 80 years old. So I figured if they can do it, so can I. And if I can do it, guys, so can you. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And that was really important to me. And The training is the best. Honestly, this is the best training I have ever seen. And that was really excited me because once you go through the training, you learn how to build this business step by step. At the end of it, there's a test. Okay. You pass the test, you become a certified reseller for the digital products. And so that gives you confidence and it gives you confidence when you're talking to your customers or talking to people that you are talking to. Like for me, my audience is Gen X. It's you guys. Okay. And that's very important to me because that's who I am. I'm a Gen Xer. So, it teaches you how to find the right people for you. Okay. Because I like talking to Gen X. You might be a single dad. You might be, a working parent. You might be a grandparent. I don't know. You'll find who your people are with this business. And that's really important. So you're not doing the exact same thing I am. Because maybe you're 18 years old. You're definitely not a Gen Xer. You don't have my experience, right? So you're going to be looking at different people to talk to. And this teaches you how to find your people to do that, which is really, really important, guys. That's one of the things I really love about this. I love that, we work together. Okay. Our community is so supportive of one another. We work together through it all. So, look, if you guys want to see more about this, great. Again, just click the link in my bio, put your information in, watch the free videos, get the 10K and 30-day blueprint absolutely free, okay? And make an informed decision for yourself. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, what is most important to you? For me, it was freedom. I needed more freedom. I was tired of being burnt out. I used to work private security, guys. I'll give you a little backstory first. I used to work private security and I used to go around to all the jails throughout Ontario, pick up all the non-Canadians who couldn't behave themselves. So for 11 years, I was in and out of every single jail and penitentiary throughout Ontario. And I'm very proud to tell you that I never committed a crime in order to do that. But I got burnt out. I got worn out. I wasn't a happy person. I wasn't enjoying life anymore. And I knew I needed to make a change. And that's what did it for me. That and the day that my wife and I had to go to the bank and switch money between two accounts just so we could take $20 out of the bank. There were moments like that where you realize things had to change. And maybe you've had that moment. Maybe you're at that moment now where you're like realizing I need to make a change, that something has to change to be better. And I get it because I've been there. Honest to God, I totally get it. And there's a lot of opportunities out there, guys. And I encourage you to take a look around. But for me personally, digital marketing is the best. And one of the other reasons I love digital marketing is because people get the products right away. With the MLM world, it used to be 2 or 3 days and then they have the product and then, try and get them back on the phone and trying to remake the appointments and get them through everything. It was hard. Here with digital marketing, guys, boom, you get the products right away. The other thing I like that I didn't touch on, and I'm sorry for that, is that I love that once you get this program set up, it's working in the background for you. So while you're eating, sleeping, spending time with the family, maybe while you're even at work, your business is working in the background. Okay. It's doing the selling for you. It's sending out the emails. It's showing the videos for you. It's doing all the heavy lifting. All you're doing is spending 2 hours a day following the blueprint, doing what the blueprint shows you to do. That's it, guys. That's all there is to it. Anyways, I'm hoping you guys are having an awesome day. I really appreciate your time here and you sticking around with me and interacting. It's very important. I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you guys are having a terrific Tuesday. And I will be back again. I am going to try to do lives every day, and I will try to answer as many questions as possible. So if you have any questions, guys, please feel free to ask, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. All right. Guys, have an awesome day. Take care.